Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1983 season is on the air. Today's date is April 10th, 1983. We are at Dodgers Stadium for a game in the National League between the Montreal Expos and the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Expos come into this game a record of 3-1. The Dodgers struggling a little bit from FastScore out of the chute at 0-4. So they need to get a win here, these Dodgers. And so maybe they'll get one tonight with Fernando Mania on the mound. The Expos, they actually had a pretty decent team in 1983. It was not terrible. And they got a pretty good lineup here, too. So we'll see what we get tonight with the Expos in tonight's MLB matchup here in 1983. And hopefully we have a good game to see what we get. Jeremy Brooks, Davonine GLA, Cutter Historical, Frank Rosenk, and Ben Witz are first to join us here at Dodgers Stadium. The Dodgers historically won this game 3-0. The Dodgers had 3 runs and 9 hits. The Expos actually got shut out. No runs, 7 hits, and an error. But we will see what happens tonight, as we never know what Inside Pitch may have to say with each other. And hopefully we'll get some good dice rolls. Clark Garotz joins us here now at Dodgers Stadium. And I think it's the first time I've seen you in the chat for the 83 season. Good to see you there, Clark Garotz. So we got a good baseball game to play tonight, so let's see what we get, and let's get right to it. Starting pitcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Pretty much the nameless one. Fernando Manium himself. Fernando Valenzuela, and may he rest in peace. 15 wins, 10 losses, a 3.75 ERA in 83. Only a couple of years removed from Fernando Mania. And because this is his first appearance on this channel since his passing, I'm going to do a 10-second moment of silence. So rest in peace, Fernando Mania, one of the most first phenoms that the media really put out there. Thank you very much. So now it is time to go ahead and see what Valenzuela has tonight. We'll see if his ghost will help his Dodgers get a win. Sports Time Machine, Utah Mike, join us here at Dodgers Stadium. Yes, that's what happens there, STM, when you clinch a Stanley Cup, by the way, I should say. But enough about some hockey. It's time to play some baseball. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Expos is going to be the left fielder, Hall of Famer, absolutely, Tim Rock Raines. 298 average, 11 homers, 71 RBIs. Definitely a Hall of Famer. We're going to use blue, white, and blue dice. Dodgers are the home team. And we're ready to go and set to play. As Ben Pro 247 now joins us here at Dodgers Stadium. And yes, rest in peace, Brian Matus. I still don't know what killed him. No one's told me yet. And Doug Hunt is now here. Let's play some baseball. Valenzuela, 2-4, strikeout, 18. That's going to be too high. Dodger Stadium has 1 to strikeouts, -2 to walks. Only 123 home runs were hit there, but pretty neutral. Raines, 1-5, and that is a ground ball to first. That'll be handled by Greg Brock. And Brock will take it himself and tag the bag for the out. Next up will be the shortstop, Brian Little, 260 average, a homer and 36 RBIs in the 83. Brian Patterson now joins us here at Dodgers Stadium. Fernando Mania, 6-4, strikeout, 14 will be high. Little, 4-2, and that is a ground out to short. Getting over there will be Bill Russell, and he will throw it over for the out, 2 away. And the next batter is the center fielder, the Hawk himself, Hall of Famer, Andre Dawson. Some people think he doesn't belong in the Hall. I kind of disagree. I think Andre Dawson is a Hall of Famer. I don't know what you guys think. 299 average, 32 homers, 113 RBIs in 83. That is a damn good season. Fernando, 4-3. That's at the park. Dodgers Stadium, 2-1. And that is ground ball to second. Getting over there is going to be Steve Sachs. He'll make the play, throw it over, and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Expos. And we will go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Montreal Expos, Captain America, Steve Rogers. 17 wins, 12 losses, a 3.23 ERA. I don't know about you, but I think Steve Rogers was a very solid pitcher. Does anybody here have an issue of Steve Rogers not being a solid pitcher? I think it was pretty good. Leading off for the Dodgers, second baseman, Steve Sachs. Again, I think an underrated player. I think Sachs was darn good. 281 average, 5 homers, 41 RBIs in 83. Rogers will go ahead and pitch as Craig Scarborough joins us here at Dodger Stadium and Double D. Rogers, 2-3. That is a blank. Sachs, 5-4. And that is a ground ball to short. Handled easily by Brian Little. And he'll toss it over. 1 out. And now we'll see the center fielder, Kenny Landreau. I always thought he was pretty solid. 281 average, 17 homers, 66 RBIs. That's a good season. Nothing wrong with those stats for the year. Rogers, 5-4. Range play at the park. Dodgers Stadium, 3-1. Single to right field, but going after that is Warren Cromartie. And he was excellent. His range is a 5. And he'll make the catch. 2 outs. He'll take a single away from Landreau. 2 outs there. And now we'll bring up the left fielder, Dusty Baker. He will be going into the Hall of Fame as a manager, but he was a darn solid player too. 260 average, 15 homers, 73 RBIs. We got some pretty darn good talent on this in this game tonight. Rogers, 3-6. That's at the park. Dodgers Stadium, 3-4. Base hit. He'll hit that one past short, and Baker keeps the inning going. First hit of the game, and the next batter will be the third baseman. This monster, Pedro Guerrero. Does anybody really here have anything bad to say about this guy? 298 average, 32 homers, 103 RBIs. Guerrero was a beast. Baker on at first, strategy roll, and that is a 3. He's not going anywhere. Rogers will pitch. Rogers, 6-1, error on a throw. Guerrero, 3-3. That's a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Tim Wallach. His error rating is a 10. That's a 15. Wallach will not make an error. He is going to throw to second to get Baker, and that will end the inning. No runs and a hit for the Dodgers. No score after 1. Midlife Crisis and XSG2 join us here at Dodger Stadium. Had an iron glove. Yeah, he did. But I agree with XSG2. He was jacked. Pedro Guerrero was a big man. And he was fun. And even though I was a Mets fan, Guerrero was a fun player to watch play. Top of the second. And the next bat leading off for the Expos will be first baseman Al Oliver, another underrated player. 300 average, 8 homers, and 84 RBIs in 83. Fernando will pitch. 2-5, that is a blank. Oliver, 2-1, and against the lefty, he grounds it right back to the pitcher. Fernando's going to go ahead and get that, and he will underhand it to first for the out. 1 out. And that will bring up this guy, known as the Kid, the catcher, Gary Carter, Hall of Famer, yes, and should be wearing a stinking Mets cap. 270 average, 17 homers, 79 RBIs. Does anybody here, everybody knows that, I'm pretty sure here, no, everyone knows that Gary Carter had absolutely no fear. That guy did not care who was coming down the third base line. Gary Carter said, you want it? Come and get it. And you deserve what happens to you. Gary Carter did not care who was coming. You were not getting past him if he had the ball. Absolutely Hall of Famer. May he rest in peace as well. Mets should retire his number. Valenzuela, 2-3, strikeout 4. Got him. He'll strike out Carter. And that'll be the first strikeout for Fernando. He had 189 of them in 83. And that'll bring up the third baseman. Another player who I think belongs in the Hall of the Very Good. Mr. Tim Wallach. 269 average, 19 homers, 70 RBIs in 83. Wallach was a very solid player. Valenzuela, 6'4", strikeout 6, and he will get him. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that retires his side. 1, 2, 3 go the Expos, and we'll go to the bottom of the second. There is some talent on this board tonight. There is some talent. Leading off for the Dodgers will be the first baseman, Greg Brock. I always thought he was very serviceable. 224 average, though. 20 homers, 66 RBIs in 83. Rogers will pitch. 5-6 against the lefty. It's an automatic out. And it will be a grounder to second base. Taken care of there by Doug Flynn. And we all remember that name, especially if you're a Met fan. 1 out. Next batter is going to be the right fielder, Ron Renicky. Renicky will be on the Seattle Mariners later in 83. He is a Dodger tonight. 239 average, 6 homers, 35 RBIs. Rogers will pitch. 2-2, home run chance. Switch left, 1-16. The 2 is good. Against the righty, though, Renicky needs a 2 again. Does he get it? No. 3-4. Instead, he hits a deep fly ball to left field. And going back for that is Tim Raines. And he's going to track that down easily. And that's out number 2. 2 outs. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Bill Russell. Another solid player. 246 average, a homer, and 30 RBIs for the Dodgers in 83. Yes, Al Oliver. 2,700 hits, 219 homers, 303 average, not in the Hall. Go figure. I have no idea. Rogers will pitch. Rogers, 1-6, strikeout, 16 will miss. Russell, 1-3, and that's a fly ball to center. And the Hawk will get to that one. He'll make the play and retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Dodgers. No score after 2. He was a better basketball player. Not that Bill Russell, Ben. Silly goof. Top of the third. And leading off for the Expos is going to be right fielder Warren Cromartie. Does anybody have anything bad to say about him? 278 average, 3 homers, 43 RBIs. Excellent fielder. Valenzuela, 3-1. That is a blank. Cromartie, 1-2. Grounds it to third. Handled easily there by Guerrero. And he'll throw it over to first for the out. 1 out. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Doug Flynn. Well, you can't have everybody. Of course, Doug Flynn went to the Mets in the Midnight Massacre. 237 average, 26 RBIs in 83. He played in a lot of games for the Expos that year, though. Valenzuela will pitch. Fernando, 1-6, strikeout, 15 is high. Flynn, 4-1, hits a power hit to center field. That's a 19, and that is just going to miss it as Landro's going to get back there and just get the catch near the track. Flynn cannot believe he didn't believe he's going to get a triple, and he doesn't. That is just a fly ball straight away center. 2 outs. And that will bring up the pitcher, Captain America, Steve Rogers. Not a bad hitter, 146 average and a couple RBIs in 83. Valenzuela will pitch. Fernando, 1-6, strikeout, swing and a miss, struck him out, and the inning is over. That is the third K for Fernando, and the Expos go 1, 2, 3. Doug Flynn is in the Hall of Barely Serviceable. I don't even know if I do that. Leading off for the Dodgers, for the catcher is Mike Bleeping Scioscia, as us Mets fans like to say. I think he was pretty young here. 314 average, a homer, and 7 RBIs. He only played in 12 games for the Dodgers, but he is in the lineup today. So Scioscia going up against Rogers here. A young Mike Scioscia. Rogers, 6'6", strikeout 16. That will be too high. Scioscia, 5'5", and that's ground ball to second base. Up with it is Flynn. And he tosses it over for the out. Next up is the pitcher. He was injured. Thank you there, MLC. That'll bring up the pitcher, Fernando Valenzuela. And yes, he can hit. 187 average. He did have a bomb and 9 RBIs in 83. Rogers, 6'6", strikeout 17, cold strike 3 on Fernando. Fernando says, come on, I can make a pitch like that. And the umpire says, yeah, you can, but he just did too. By the way, you're out. Go sit down. Strikeout number 1 for Rogers. He had 146 of them in 83. And now the batter is Saxophone, and he's 0 for 1. Rogers will pitch. 4-1, strikeout 18 is high. Sax, 2-3, and he grounds it right back to Rogers. Rogers will go ahead and get that. Throw it over, and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Dodgers. Early pitchers duel here after 3. No score. Top of the 4th coming up. And top of the order for the Expos. Here's the Rock. Tim Raines. He's 0 for 1. Raines is one hell of a player to watch. Tim Raines, one of the better leadoff hitters also in history. Fernando Mania, 1-2 at the park. Dodgers Stadium, 1-2. Grounded at the plate, and that is picked up by Mike Scioscia. Now, in the new rules, in the version 4 rules, all G2 and P2 from at the park, not range play at the park, check for an error. Well, Mike Scioscia's error rating is a 0. He's not making an error. What he is doing is throwing to first and get the out, 1 down. So Raines is thrown out at the plate, a number in front, and Scioscia makes the play. Here comes Little. Little is 0 for 1. Fernando Mania, 3-6, possible error. Little, 4-4. Fly ball hit the right field. Going after that is Renicky. His error rating is a 4. That's a 2. He's going to make the catch, and that's out number 2. That is a fly ball. It has to be an odd number. So Renicky's error rating is a 4. It had to be a 1 or a 3 for him to drop the ball. So now 2 outs. Here comes the Hawk. Dawson is 0 for 1. Kevin 01SH joins us here at Dodgers Stadium. Fernando Mania, 1-2, again at the park. Dodgers Stadium, 4-3. That's a single plus to right field. That ball is hit to right. Dawson has to try for second. His base running rating is a 5. Right fielder Renicky, a -1. A 1-4, Dawson gets to second. He does. So Dawson gets the first hit of the game for the Expos. He'll turn that single into a double. And the next batter is Oliver. Oliver is 0 for 1. Dawson on at second, 2 outs, top of the 4th, no score. Expos and Dodgers. Dodgers off to an 0-4 start. Expos off to a 3-1 start. Let's see here. Strategy roll. I should roll. Nothing on the 13. Fernando. 6-4. Strikeout 20. No way. Oliver. 2-6. Ground ball, second base. That'll be taken care of there by Flynn. And Flynn will throw it over. And not Flynn, I'm sorry. Sachs will take it. And over to first it goes and retires a side. No runs and a hit. We go to the bottom of the 4th. A little trivia for you on the Los Angeles Dodgers. In my 1988 replay, remember the Los Angeles Dodgers did in 1988. The Dodgers did win the division. Did win the did win the World Series and historically in 1988. In my 1988 replay, the Dodgers didn't even make the playoffs. FastScore was not kind to that team, and sometimes you get surprises, and that's why I like FastScore. Kenny Landreau leads off for the Dodgers. He's 0 for 1. No score here. Michael Peterson joins us here at Dodger Stadium. Just watch the Yankee replay. I'm sure you enjoyed that. Rogers, 1-2. Pitcher result, 12. And that's going to be a blank. Landreau, 3-4. Hit well to left field, but he'll stay in the park. And Rock Raines will make the catch. Next batter is Baker. Baker got a single his first time up. Rogers, 1-6. Strikeout. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Second strikeout for Captain America. 2 down. And now here's Guerrero. Guerrero's 0 for 1. Rogers, 1-4. Blank. Guerrero, 1-3. Single into right field. Gets good wood on that. And he'll send it into right. And Guerrero gets his first hit of the game. It will now bring up Brock. Brock is 0 for 1. 2 outs here. Bottom of the fourth. No score. Strategy roll. Nothing there. Guerrero stays where he is. Rogers, 2-5. Error on a grounder. Brock, 4-6. And that is not going to be an error. That's a slow hit ball to first. That's picked up by Oliver. Brock's base running rating is a 3. Rogers coming over a 1-3. He is safe. He's out, and the inning is over. Good play there by Al Oliver, and gives it over to Rogers, and Brock is out. And that will end the inning. No runs and a hit for the Dodgers. No score after 4. Do we have we had our first blowout of the 83 season last night. Do we have our first pitcher's duel of the year? We go to the top of the 5th. And let's see. Leading off for the Expos will be the kid. Gary Carter is 0 for 1. Fernando Mania, 6-2. Error on a throw. Carter, 1-6 against the lefty. And that is going to be that's an infield single to third. And that ball is hit to Guerrero. His error rating is a 14. That's a 20. I'm going to just call that he does not make an error. I'm just going to call that an infield single. So Carter gets an infield hit, and he'll hold there. As apparently Guerrero decided not to throw the ball. So here comes Wallach. Wallach is 0 for 1. And Ron Jucket's APC. Yes, the Reds virtually went wire to wire. Yes. Yes, they did. Carter on at first. Strategy. Nothing on the 9. Fernando. 1-4. Strikeout. 16. That will miss. Wallach. 6-3. And that's a ground ball to third. 2-2-3. Second base pivot. Sacks -1. A 1-2. It's a double play. No, Carter thrown out easily at second. Wallach will make first on the fielder's choice. One down for Cromartie. Cromartie's 0 for 1. Strategy roll. Wallach had no stolen bases. Cromartie's not doing anything except swinging. Valenzuela will deal. Fernando, 6-1. Against the lefty, it's a base hit right past the pitcher and into the outfield. Wallach is mud. He'll hold at second base with a base running rating of 1. And he'll be happy to stay at second, and that is it. So Cromartie gets a hit. Now runners at first and second. And here comes Flynn. Flynn is 0 for 1. Spokane Steve SOM joins us here at Dodger Stadium. I usually use Spokane Steve as some background noise, okay, on my way home. He's always playing usually when I'm on my way home from work, so I usually put him on YouTube and then plus through him, get him through my radio. He's playing that 1966 Stratomatic season, and it is a blast. Check him out if you haven't heard from him yet. Wallach on at second, Cromartie on at first. This is a much different game there, Spokane. It's not Stratomatic. It's a lot different, and in my opinion, I think it's more fun, but that's okay. Flynn is 0 for 1, and we'll go a strategy roll here. Nothing happening. Wallach will stay where he is. Fernando will go ahead and pitch. Fernando, 4-6. That's a walk plus 10. And Flynn against the lefties is 0. Becomes a 10. -2 is an 8. That's a 7. And that's going to be a walk. So Doug Flynn says, wait a minute, I never walked against lefties. Fernando says, well, I just gave you a free pass now. So the bases are loaded. And that is the first walk issued by Fernando. He only had 89 of them in 257 innings pitched. That's not bad. And that will bring up the pitcher, Steve Rogers. Rogers is 0 for 1. So bases are loaded here. And let's see what they're going to do here. They are going to play the infield in, mostly because Rogers does not have any double play rating. So they're going to try to get the out here. So 1 out, Valenzuela, strategy roll. Nothing on the 14. Bases are loaded for Rogers. He is a capable hitter, though. And here comes the pitch. Fernando, 2-6. It's a blank. Rogers, 5-3. And that's going to be a fly ball to center field. Fly out to center. That's out number 2. Rogers, a sacrifice fly of 0, but hit to center field, you add 2. So a 1-2, Wallach will score. No, he will not. Now, Wallach has a base running rating of 1. Center fielder is Landreau. He has a +1 arm. So a 1 or 2, Wallach will still score. No, 2 outs. Rogers can't do a thing. Not deep enough. And that's just an easy fly out to center. But now with the bases loaded, here's the rock. Raines is 0 for 2. You kind of think he's due. Bases loaded. 2 outs, top of the 5th, no score. Fernando Mania going up against Raines. Got to be careful with him. Raines hits lefties very hard. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 2. Fernando looking at Raines. Here comes the deal. Fernando, 6-3. Against the switch right. It's a home run result against the lefty. Raines needs an 18. That's a 12. Congratulations. You've just seen our first grand slam of the 1983 season. Kablam! That ball is high. That ball is deep. And that ball is gone. Home run grand slam, Tim Raines. Stadium barfs. Yeah. Fernando Valenzuela pitched Raines an absolute meatball, and he turned that into lasagna with extra cheese. 4-0 Expos. Against a righty, a 6-3, and Raines is a switch hitter, but against a lefty, he'll be hitting right. And against a righty, it's a straight home run result. Against the lefty, Raines needs an 18, that's a 12. And that is your first grand slam of the year. As Raines just goes ahead and sends that one to Mars. They may not find that ball anywhere. And that was just plain Fernando Valenzuela throwing that one into the wheelhouse. And Raines said, oh, it must be my birthday. Crack, gone. Here comes Little. Little is 0 for 2. The pitcher's duel, I can say, is now over. Here's Fernando. 5-1, wild pitch. It's a blank. Little, 6-3, and he hits one to right field, but easily getting there will be Renicky, and he'll make the catch and retire the side. 4 runs, 3 hits, 1 walk, a grand slam by Tim Raines. And I said it before, and I'll say it again. I think it's always special when a Hall of Famer or one of the great players ever makes a play in a baseball game. And since Tim Raines is a Hall of Famer, I don't think anybody here will have an issue with Tim Raines hitting a slam. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Rogers now has a 4-run lead. The Dodgers historically shut out the Expos 3-0. Inside pitch says not so fast. Leading off for the Dodgers will be Ron Renicky, and he is 0 for 1. Rogers will go ahead and deal. Rogers 3-6 at the park. Dodgers Stadium 5-2. Single plus to center field. That's a possible double. Renicky's got to try for 2. Base runner 4. Center fielder Dawson -1. A 1-3. Renicky will get to second base, and he will. Took a chance on that one, but he'll turn that into a double. And the Dodgers now trying to maybe get a run, at least a run or 2 back. Leadoff double for Renicky. Here comes Russell. Russell is 0 for 1. Rogers will go ahead and pitch. Strategy roll, and nothing on the 6. Renicky stays put. Rogers, 1-5. Walk +10, and now runners at first and second. So Rogers makes his first walk of the game. He had 66 in 273 innings pitched. That's not bad. But now runners at first and second for Scioscia. Scioscia, midlife crisis, said got injured early in the year. He's not injured yet. He's 0 for 1. Vita Productions, of course, now joins us here at Dodgers Stadium. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. 4-0 Expos. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 9. Rogers, 1-2. Pitcher result. Against the lefty, a 1-11 is an automatic out. The 15 is high. Scioscia, 2-1, and he hits one hard into right field. That's a 10, and that's going to be a double for Mike Scioscia, and the Dodgers will now get on the board. Renicky will score, and that's a double to right. Russell, base runner 5, double to right, -3, so he'll only score on a 2 or lower, and he will. Russell will score. Scioscia thinking about third base. A 1 or a 2. A 1 or a 2. He'll take third. He won't. He'll hold at second base. But the Dodgers get 2 runs back. It's now 4-2. Two RBI double by Scioscia. And now with a runner on second base, the batter is Valenzuela. He will bat. This is 1983, not the 2020s. So now a 4-2 ball game as the Dodgers are now coming back. Scioscia on its second. Strategy. Nothing on the 17. Still nobody out. Bottom of inning 5. Rogers, 3-4. Walk +10? No, that 17 is too high. Fernando, 6-5. And that is a fly to center field. And that's going to be caught by Dawson for the first out. Scioscia, base running rating of 2. Hit to center, a -1. And Dawson, a -1 arm, which will make Scioscia's base running rating a 0. He's not going anywhere. He will stay where he is. Here comes Sachs. Sachs is 0 for 2. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 2. Scioscia staying where he is. Rogers will pitch. 4-6 against the righty. Strikeout. 20, no way. Sachs, 4-6. And that's a fly ball to center field. Once again, that'll be caught by Dawson. And again, Scioscia's not going anywhere. Same results. And that's out number 2. It will now bring up Landro. Landro's 0 for 2. Scioscia on its second. Nothing on Strat. Rogers, 5-1. That's a blank. Landro, 6-1. And that's a grounder to second base. That'll be handled there by Flynn. He'll take it and throw to first. And that will retire the side. 2 runs, 2 hits, a 2 RBI double by Socha. Dodgers are back in the game. It's now 4-2 after 5. Top of the 6th inning. Top of the 6th. Leading off for the Expos will be the Hawk, Andre Dawson, and he got a double his last time up. He's 1 for 2. 4-2 Expos. Fernando, 4-3 at the park. Dodgers Stadium, 4-5. And that is a blank. For the 3rd straight game, we're going to have a rare play. And that's going to be rare plays, bases empty at the park. 3rd straight game, rare play. And that is a 21. Single into left field where fielder stumbles fielding the ball. Check left fielder for error. Left fielder is Dusty Baker. His error rating is a 3. That's a 5. It's not going to happen. If error batter gets 2 extra bases, and check left fielder for injury. So he doesn't make an error. So Dawson's going to get a single. But now I got to see if Dusty Baker's hurt. So Dusty Baker, his injury rating is a 1. And, of course, I only do game day injuries in the regular season. So a 1 or a 2, he's out of the game. Nope. No, I'm sorry, 1 or a 2, he's in the game. Anything higher, he's out. And Dusty Baker says, I'm done for the day. So Dusty Baker will leave the game, and the Dodgers will have to bring in a new left fielder, and that is going to be Rick Monday. He will take over in left. So timeout for a substitution on the scorecard, as Rick Monday will take over. He is a 3-10 plus 2. 3-10 plus 2. And yes, I do have to change the card. So he's a plus 2 and left, so -1 plus 2, 0 now. So Rick Monday will take over in left field for Dusty Baker as he's done for the day. But Andre Dawson is on first with a single. So single for him. And here comes Oliver. Oliver is 0 for 2. Top of the 6th, 4-2 Expos. Strategy roll. Andre Dawson does not get the steal sign. Oliver does get the hit and run. But Oliver can hit home runs pretty decently against lefties. He does have a 300 average. Actually, against lefties, Oliver is not as good. You know what? The hit and run is on. Haven't done it yet this year. Valenzuela, 2-2, strikeout 12. That's too high. That's too high. Oliver, 5-3, and that's going to be a ground ball to second base. And on a hit and run, a possibility, 3-3-4. Shortstop pivot, Russell, -1 is a 3. But on a hit and run, you subtract 2. So only a 1 is a double play. That's a 3. Dawson will make it to second easily, and the throw goes to first for the out. And there is now 1 away. So the hit and run actually does work on the grounder to short. So that moves a runner into scoring position, and here comes the kid. Carter is 1 for 2. Dawson on at second, 1 out here now, top of the 6th. Strategy, nothing on the 2. Well, actually, Dawson does get the steal sign to go to third, but he's going to let Carter swing. Dawson will stay put. Fernando will pitch. Fernando, 4-2. It's a blank. He's not tired. Carter, 5-5, and hit hard, a line drive right to short. That's out number 2, and Dawson will be doubled off on a 2 or a 3. No, he gets back to second, 2 down. So line out right to the shortstop. Russell thought about going to second, but Dawson was already there. was already back. So 2 outs now for Wallach. Wallach is 0 for 2. Dawson at second. Strategy, they'll stay put. Fernando will deal. Fernando, 3-5. Home run chance. Righty, he needs a 1. No way, not with that 10. Wallach, 5-5. And instead he chops it to second base. Sachs will take care of that, toss it over. And that will end the inning. No runs and a hit for the Expos. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. Both pitchers can pitch to 31 batters before they tire. Rogers has a pull rating of 6 runs. Fernando has a pull rating of 7. So far, neither pitcher is fatigued. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. And leading off for the Dodgers is going to be the new left fielder, Rick Monday. 247 average, 6 homers, 20 RBIs. I only do game day injuries in the regular season. Full-time injuries do occur in the postseason. Although we did not have any injuries actually in 1969 in the 69 postseason, which I think is the first time I ever had that. Rogers, 4-5, strikeout 9, got him. They'll go ahead and strike out Monday, and that is the 3rd K for Captain America, even though he's Canadian. Here's Guerrero. Guerrero 1 for 2 with a single. Rogers, 1-2. Pitcher result, righty, 1-12 is a base hit past the pitcher. That's an 11. That'll be a single. Guerrero hits it right back up the middle, and Guerrero has his 2nd hit of the game. And now here's Brock. Brock is 0 for 2. Strategy roll for Guerrero. He had 23 steals, and he does get the steal sign. 15 minus 3 is 12. Carter minus 2 is 10. Guerrero staying where he is. Rogers will go ahead and pitch. Rogers, 2-4. That is a blank. Brock, 1-4. Hit lazily to left field. Lazy fly ball to left. And Tim Raines will wait for it. Still waiting for it. Still waiting for it. And now he makes the catch. 2 down. And now the batter is Renicky. Renicky got a double his last time up. He's 1 for 2. Kevin Hayes joins us here at Dodgers Stadium. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Expos lead 4-2. Got a good game going on. Tim Raines, a big-time grand slam. First grand slam of the 1983 season. Strategy roll for Guerrero, and he will stay put. Rogers, 1-6, strikeout 5, swing and a miss. Struck him out, and the inning will be over there. 4th strikeout for Rogers. No runs and a hit for the Dodgers. 4-2 Expos after 6. Ryan Sullivan now joins us here at Dodgers Stadium. Dodgers starting out the season 0-4, and right now they're looking at 0-5, but we've still got a few innings left. Top of the 7th, and leading off for the Expos will be Warren Cromartie, and he got a single his last time up. He's 1 for 2. Valenzuela will pitch. Fernando, 1-2 at the park. Dodgers Stadium, 6-5. That's a power hit to left field. That's a 19. And that's just going to die out there. Left fielder is Monday. He'll be at the track, not the wall, but he will make the catch. And that's going to be the first out. Misses a home run chance, but that will die out there. Here's Flynn. Flynn is 0 for 1 with a walk. Valenzuela, 1-3 against the righty, walk plus 10. And that still will not walk Flynn. He becomes a 10, minus 2 is an 8. The 11 is high. Flynn, 6-1, and all he does is ground at the first base. That'll be handled by Brock. And that will be out number 2. Next batter is Rogers. And Rogers is still got some in the tank. And they're going to let him hit. They're going to let him hit, see if they can get another inning out of him before the Expos decide to go to the bullpen. Fernando, 1-3 against the righty. That's a walk plus 10, and he will walk Rogers. So Valenzuela decides to walk the pitcher, and that is the second walk issued by Fernando. As Rogers says, I don't care if it's a hit or a walk. DH? I don't need no stinking DH. And now here comes Tim Rock Raines. Raines hit a four-bagger his last time up. First grand slam of the season. I'm pretty sure we'll see more. Raines is 1 for 3. Strategy rolls are still on, but I don't think Rogers going anywhere, and he won't be. Fernando will go ahead and pitch. 6-1 against the switch right. It's a blank. Raines, 3-1, base hit, right past short. Rogers is mud. He'll hold at second base even with 2 outs. So Raines will go ahead and get out there a base hit, and Rogers will hold at second, and the next batter is Little. Little is 0 for 3. Golden bat, I don't need no. Yeah, I hope not. I really hope they don't put that rule in. Rogers on at second, Raines on at first. And let's see, 2 outs here, strategy roll, and nothing on the 5. Fernando, 6-1 against the switch right. That's a blank. Little, 2-3, and grounded to second base. Taken care of there by Sachs. Raines has got good speed, so Sachs is going to go to first and get Little, and that will retire the side. No runs, a hit, and a walk. The Expos have a 4-2 lead here. And we are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Our next matchup will be tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, all you Indians fans, we're heading to the Mistake by the Lake, Cleveland Municipal Stadium. They will be hosting the Texas Rangers. Charlie Huff will be pitching for the Rangers, and Len Barker will be going for the Indians. So we got our first look at those two teams tomorrow as we take a trip to the Mistake by the Lake. The Rangers and the Indians tomorrow night on Inside Pitch. David Vega joins us here at Dodgers Stadium. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning here. Expos lead 4-2. The reason why a big time grand slam by Tim Raines. David Vega missed that grand slam, but he can replay it, of course. Bottom of the 7th inning, and leading off for the Dodgers will be Bill Russell. And Russell walked his last time up. He's 0 for 1. That is right, Kevin 0-1. And I know that for sure because I was there for that game when Charlie Huff pitched pitched for the Marlins in 1993. Rogers, 6-1, error on a throw. Russell, 3-5, ground ball to first. That ball is hit to Oliver. His error rating is a 5. That's an 8. He won't make an error. Rogers will come over there. Oliver will throw to him and get the out. So 1 away, and that will bring up Sosha. Sosha is 1 for 2 with a double. Rogers, 1-1, range play. Sosha, 2-5. That's a fly ball hit to right field. Going after that is Cromartie. He was excellent. His range is a 5. And he'll get that one, Dosso. 2 away. Nice play by Cromartie. And the next batter is Valenzuela, but that's going to be it. They're not going to let him bat here. Their Dodgers are going to go to the bullpen. So that will be it for Valenzuela. The Dodgers will go to the bench. And let's see who they're going to bring on to bat. And it's going to be Darryl Thomas. 250 average, 2 homers, 8 RBIs. So Valenzuela leads with the L. And Darryl Thomas will bat against Rogers. You've been my noise on the ride home from work. Well, I'm glad I'm somebody's noise. Like I said, Spokane Steve SOM is my noise on the way from work. And if he's not doing anything, sometimes ID Jester is playing something. So I put him on the radio. Here's Thomas. 250 average, 2 homers, 8 RBIs in 83. He'll pinch it against Rogers here. Rogers with the deal. 2-6, blank. Thomas, 4-3. And that is flied to right. Easy play by Cromartie. He'll get it and retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. Expos holding on to a 4-2 lead after 7. As DJ John says, that's right, you are from the left coast. So it's 8:24 here, so it must be 5:24 there. Stay away from the wildfires, by the way, DJ John. If it is California we're at, unless you're talking on the left coast of Florida, but I doubt it. Top of the 8th, and it will be the Hawk, Andre Dawson, leading off for the Spos. They have 2 righties and a lefty coming up. Dodgers will go to the bullpen. And coming on to pitch for the Dodgers is going to be, Coming on to pitch for the Dodgers is going to be a young Dave Stewart. 10 wins, 4 losses, 8 saves, a 2.60 ERA. This Dodger bullpen was pretty good. Dave Stewart will come on to pitch for the Dodgers. And we all know about him. He, of course, was more relief pitcher back in the day. Before he became the starter later with the Athletics. So here is Dawson. He is 2 for 3. He's got a single and a double. Yes, he was. That is correct, Cutter Historical. He was. In the later years, of course, Andre Dawson. And the 1993 Marlins had a lot of interesting players like Brett Barbary, Chuck Carr, and a first baseman named Orestes Destrada. If that's not a baseball name, I don't know what is. Stewart, 5-6, error on a throw. Dawson, 5-2, and that's going to be either a single, it's hit the second base. It's either going to be a single or an error and an extra base. That's hit the second. Sachs' error rating is an 11. That's a 15. He's not going to throw the ball. That's going to be an infield single. So Dawson gets his 3rd hit of the game. And he's now 3 for 4. And here comes Oliver. Oliver is 0 for 3. So Dave Stewart comes on the mound. The first thing he does is give up an infield hit to the Hawk. Strategy rolls are still on. And that's an 18, nothing happening. Stewart will go ahead and, that's right, Stewart got traded to Texas later. As I said, he's a younger Dave Stewart. Stewart, 1-4, range play. Oliver, 5-2. That's a fly ball to right field. Going after that is Renicky. Renicky's range is a 3. He's got it. 1 out. Nice play by Ron Renicky out there. So a fly ball to right. And now here comes the kid. Carter, 1 for 3. World's worst gamer joins us here at Dodgers Stadium. Dawson on at first. Strategy. And nothing on the 6. Stewart will pitch. Stewart, 2-2. It's a blank. Carter, 6-4. Hits one to left field. Easily stays in there. And Monday will go ahead and get it. Even though today is Wednesday, it's out number 2. Here comes Wallach. Wallach is 0 for 3. Dawson on it first. Strategy. Nothing on the 8. Stewart. 6-6, strikeout 8, swing and a miss, struck him out, and the inning is over. After giving up a quick base hit, Stewart goes ahead and takes care of the rest of the inning. No runs and a hit for the Expos. Go to the bottom of the 8th. Rogers, he can pitch to 5 more batters before he tires. Steve Sachs leads off for the Dodgers. He's 0 for 3. Kind of think he's due for a hit here. Rogers will go ahead and pitch. 1-4, that's a blank. Sachs, 6-2. As I said, he's due for a hit, and he gets one. Base hit, center field, tying run coming to the plate. So Sachs will get a hit. And now here's Landreau. You kind of think he's due too. He's 0 for 3. Strategy rolls are still on. That is a 5. Sachs gets the steal sign. He ain't going anywhere. 13 minus 3 is 10. Minus Carter's 2 is an 8. Sachs is staying right where he is. Plus, Landreau has good home run power against righties. Rogers will pitch. 5-4. Range play at the park. Dodger Stadium. 3-3. It's a single to center field. But going after that is Andre Dawson. He has a chance to make a range play. His range is a 3. No, it's going to be a base hit to center field. Sachs got good speed. Base runner 5, single to center though, minus 3, a 1-2 will get to third. He won't. They decide to hold Sachs up at second base. As the throw is brought in by Dawson's got a good arm. And so now runners at first and second for Monday. Monday came in for the injured Dusty Baker. So Sachs on at second, Landreau on at first, nobody out, bottom of the 8th. Rogers in some trouble. They're going to stick with him. Or are they? Let's see. He's due to bat third in the inning. Let's see what the Expos want to do here. Expo bullpen is not bad. They're going to stick with Rogers. Dan Schatzeder was warming up. May use him, but I'm going to let Rogers pitch here. Sachs on at second, Landreau on at first. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 5. Rogers will pitch to Monday. Fans here at Dodger Stadium hoping the Dodgers have a chance to get their first win. Rogers, 1-2. Pitch a result against the lefty. 1-11's an out. That's a 4, and that's what that's going to be. And that's going to be a fly ball to right field. And that's going to be caught by Cromartie for out number 1. Sachs, a base running rating of 5. Hit to right is a 0. Cromartie is a -1. A 1-4, Sachs will take third. He won't. Not deep enough. Sachs holds at second base. So letting Monday stay in was probably the right call here. Still letting Rogers stay in, and that is out number 1. 1 down now. But here comes Guerrero. Guerrero is 2 for 3. He's got 2 singles. They're going to let Rogers pitch to him. It really doesn't matter who's on the mound. Guerrero can send the ball to Jupiter anytime he wants. Sachs on at second. Landreau on at first. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 5. Rogers looking in on Guerrero. Fans here at Dodger Stadium hoping Guerrero can come through. Rogers. 2-5. Error on a grounder. Guerrero. 2-6. That ball is hit to center field. That is a 5, and against the righty, it'll be a base hit. Single to center field. Center fielder for the Expos, Dawson. His error rating is a 3. He will not make an error, so normal runner advancement. Sachs, base runner 5. Single to center, a 0. So a 1-5, he'll score. He does. Sachs will come in to score. Landreau will hold at second base as that roll is a 5. Guerrero holds at first. It's 4-3. Stadium cheers. Yay! And now here's Brock, and that will be it for Rogers. Rogers will now come out of the game, and the Expos are going to go ahead and bring out. They are, let's see who they want to go with here. I would like to save Reardon for the 9th, but Brock hits lefties a little better, but I think, and Schatzeder does not do well against lefties, believe it or not. Screw it. Coming on to pitch for the Expos is going to be Jeff Reardon. 7 wins, 9 losses, 21 saves, a 3.03 ERA. I may let him bat. He doesn't have his own batting card, but that doesn't matter. So here comes Jeff Reardon. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Brock will go up against Reardon. Brock is 0 for 3, but now it's a 4-3 ball game here between the Expos and the Dodgers. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 9. Reardon looking in on Brock. Fans here at Dodger Stadium hoping Brock can do it. Reardon will pitch. Reardon 6-6 against the lefty. It's a blank. Brock 6-3, and it's a ground ball to first. Do they turn it? 3-2-2. Shortstop pivot little a 0. A 1-2. It's a double play. No. Landro goes to third. Guerrero is out at second. Brock makes it to first, but there are 2 down. Almost got out of it. And that will go as a fielder's choice. And now 2 outs. Here's Renicky. And Renicky is, what are we? Are in the 8th inning, right? We may see let's see. Renicky is right field. And he's coming out. Ron Renicky coming out of the game and coming on to pinch hit for the Dodgers, and he'll take over in right field, is going to be Mike Marshall. 284 average, 17 homers, 65 RBIs. Marshall will take over in right field for Renicky. I'm going to mark that on my score chart for a second. So he's a 2-4 -2. Not as good range, but a little better arm. He's in right field, so he is a -2, so -3, -2, -4. So Mike Marshall will pinch hit against Reardon. Marshall is a better hitter, maybe not as good in the field, but he's going to go into right. So Landro on at third, Brock on at first, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th, 4-3 Expos. Reardon, he's going to go ahead and pitch. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 8. Nobody moves. Reardon looking in on Marshall. Fans here at Dodger Stadium hoping Marshall can come through. Reardon, 2-5, strikeout 4, swing and a miss, struck him out. And the inning is over. 1 run on 3 hits for the Dodgers. Expos clinging to a 4-3 lead. And we will go to the 9th. We go to the top of the 9th inning. Dave Stewart, he can pitch 3 more batters before he tires. They're going to let him pitch. And Warren Cromartie leads off for the Expos. He's 1 for 3. So Stewart will go ahead and pitch to Cromartie to start the top of the 9th. Stewart, 3-2, blank. Cromartie, 1-6, ground out, second base. Handled easily there by Sachs. And he'll throw to first for the out. Next up is Flynn. Flynn is 0 for 2 with a walk. Stewart will go ahead and pitch. Yes, XSG. Yes, Kevin 01. Reardon did have an elite beard, didn't he? Stewart, 5-4 against the righty. Strikeout, 12 is high. Flynn, 4-2, and he hits one to third. Easily played by Guerrero. And Guerrero throws the first for out number 2. Jeff Reardon is due to bat. And the Dodgers at the bottom of the order in Russell Socha and a pinch hitter for Stewart, I'm sure. Do I let him bat? The Montreal pitchers card is a 203 average. And how many pitchers? Let's see. And he came in. He can still pitch to 4 more batters before he tires. We're going to let him bat. We are going to let him bat. Coming on to pit bat for the Expos is going to be Jeff Reardon. He does not have his own batter card, so he'll use the Montreal pitchers card, which has a 203 average and 6 RBIs. Capable. Stewart will go ahead and pitch to Reardon. Stewart, 1-4. Range play. Reardon, 4-1. It's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Bill Russell. His range is a 4. And he doesn't get it. It's a base hit for Jeff Reardon. Reardon goes ahead and gets a single, and he'll get the first. Jeff Reardon says, DH? I don't need no stinking DH. So Reardon on it first after the hit, and here comes Raines. Rock is 2 for 4, a single and a grand slam. Rock Raines is responsible for all 4 Expo runs. He would love to hit one here, though. Reardon on it first. Strategy rolls are still on. And that's a 20. Stewart fires the first, and no. Reardon gets back. That would have been bad if he got picked off there. Stewart will now deal. Stewart, 1-1. That is an automatic out. And it will be a fly ball deep to center, but not deep enough. As Landro will get to that. He'll make the catch and retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Expos as we go to the bottom of the 9th. But will we see some 9th inning magic? We have not had 9th inning magic yet in this postseason, in this regular season, although it is early, very early. Leading off for the Dodgers is going to be Bill Russell. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. Reardon he can pitch to 4 batters before fatigue. Bottom of the 9th, 4-3 Expos. Reardon will pitch. 5-6, that's a blank. Russell, 2-6, base hit center field, tying run is on. So Russell gets a single. What, did you expect a 1-2-3 9th inning on RJO Network? I think not. And now the batter is Socha. Socha is 1 for 3. He's got a double, but he's a darn good hitter. Even though he didn't play much in '83 due to injury. Russell on it first. And Russell's very fast. They're not doing anything with him. Russell on it first. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 9. Russell's not going anywhere. Reardon will now go ahead and pitch to Socha. Reardon, 6-6 against the lefty. It's a blank. Socha, 4-3, and it's a ground ball to second. 2-1-2. Shortstop, pivot Little, 0. 1-2, it's a double play. They got it. 2 outs. Socha hits into the 4-6-3. A big-time double play. Hits into the 4-6-3. Pinch hitter coming in for Stewart as they got to bring in somebody to bat. And it is going to be coming on to bat for the Dodgers is going to be Jose Morales. He had a 283 average and 3 home runs. We are in the 9th inning. I can use pretty much anybody. So Jose Morales will go up against Reardon here. Reardon makes a mistake, this game will be tied. The pitcher spot for the Dodgers is 0 for 3. Fans here at Dodger Stadium hoping Morales can come through with a big-time hit. Reardon trying to shut the door. Expos looking to go and get their 4th win. Dodgers looking at 0-5. Reardon sets up. He gets the sign from the kid. Reardon will pitch. 1-2. Strikeout 12. Swing and a miss. Strikeout. That's your game. The Expos go ahead and get the win over the Dodgers 4-3 tonight. Stadium barfs. Yeah. A big time win for the Expos. No runs and a hit. And the Expos will go ahead and get the victory here. Reardon picks up the save. And the Expos will go to 4-1 early. The Dodgers drop to 0-5. Final line score coming up. For the Expos, 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors. For the Dodgers, 3 runs, 9 hits, no errors. The winning pitcher is Captain America, Steve Rogers, but I'll give the player of the game to Tim Rock Raines for the grand slam. The loss goes to Fernando Valenzuela. Jeff Reardon will pick up the save. So a very good game tonight. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. But we are not done. 10-minute ticker is up next. So Tim Rock Raines, it's the first grand slam of the season. And there will be more, and I'm pretty sure we'll have a couple more. But you never really know. It is time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So the Expos will get the victory over the Dodgers 4-3 in this game. And we'll see how the rest of the majors goes tonight. April 10th, Baltimore at Cleveland. Orioles 15-65, that's 10. Indians 17-66, that's 11. The Indians will get that win. White Sox and the Tigers. White Sox 9-42, and that's 4. Tigers 10-34, and that is also 4. They will go to extras. Let's see. Both teams roll a 3. White Sox have a 0. Detroit has a 0. That is a tie, which means the Tigers will win by virtue of home field. Milwaukee at Kansas City. Brewers 20-62, and that's 9. Royals 354, and that's 5. That's a win for the Brew Crew. California at Oakland. Angels 11-53, that is 6. Athletics 10-13, that's 1, a win for the Halos. Minnesota at Seattle. Twins 15-14, that's 2. Mariners 18-51, and that is 7. It's a win for the M's. Boston at Texas. Red Sox 12-51, that's 6. Rangers 15-52, and that is also 6. Extras coming up. Boston rolls a 2, plus 1 is 3. Texas rolls a 4, minus 4 is 0. That's going to be a win for the Red Sox. Yankees and the Blue Jays. Yankees 6-31, and that's 3. Blue Jays 12-16, that's 2. That's going to be a win for the Yanks. Padres and the Braves. Padres 4-45, that's 4. Atlanta 13-52, and that is 6. It's a win for the Bravos. Cubs and the Reds. Cubs 12-31, and that's 4. Reds 846, and that's 5. That game belongs to the Reds. Pirates and the Astros. Pirates 1232, and that is 4. Astros 443, and that is also 4. Just got it. Tie games on to extras. Pirates roll a 5 plus 0. Astros roll a 4 plus 2 is 6. The Astros will get the win. Phillies and the Giants. Phillies 1254, and that is 6. Giants 665, that's 8, and that's a win for the Giants. On to April 11th, Seattle and California. Mariners 762, and that is 6. Angels 825, and that is 3. A win for the M's. Boston and Kansas City. Red Sox 952, and that is 5. Royals 936, and that is 4. That will be a win for the Red Sox. Padres and the Braves. Padres 532, and that is 3. Atlanta 1544, that's 5. A win for the Bravos. Cubs and the Reds. Cubs and the Reds. Cubs 444, and that's going to be 4. Reds 1122, that's 3. That game will go to the Cubs. Astros and the Dodgers. Astros 416, and that is 1. Dodgers 763, and that is 7. The Dodgers finally get a win. On to April 12th, Seattle at California. Mariners 933, that is 3. Angels 1346, that's 6. A win for the Halos. Baltimore and the White Sox. Orioles 1033, that is 4. White Sox 1042, that is also 4. They will go to extras. Let's see. Baltimore rolls a 6 plus 0. White Sox roll a 4 plus 0. That will be a win for the O's. Rangers and the Indians. We have those two tomorrow night. Texas 736, that's 4. Tribe 223, that's 2. That'll be a win for the Rangers. Boston and Kansas City. Red Sox 1144, 5 runs. Royals 1022, 2 runs. A win for the Bo Sox. Detroit and the Yankees. Tigers 755, that's 6. Yankees 1162, that's 7. And the Yankees continue to get off to a good start. Minnesota over at Oakland. Twins 1011, that is 0. Oakland 1742, and that's 5. Twins are off to a tough start. Milwaukee at Toronto. Brewers 1314, that is 2. Blue Jays 1436, that's 5. The Blue Jays will get that win. Reds and the Braves. Reds 944, that's 5. Atlanta 626, that's 3. That game belongs to the Reds. Astros and the Dodgers. Astros 121, that's 1. Dodgers 562, and that is 6. And that's a win for the Dodgers. Cubs and the Expos. Cubs, let's see, Cubs 833, and that is 3. Expos 1214, that's 2. That'll be a win for the Cubs. Mets and the Phillies. Tom Seaver pitching for the Mets. Would be nice if my Mets can get a win. Mets minus 246. 3 runs. Phillies 733. 3 runs. They go to extras. Can my Mets get one here? Mets roll a 3 plus 0. Phillies roll a 4 plus 0. Nope. The Phillies will not give my Mets a happy recap. Cardinals and the Pirates. Cardinals 652, and that is 5. Pirates 9.45, and that is also 5. They go to extras. Let's see here. Okay. Both teams roll a 4. Cardinals roll a 4. Plus 0 is 4. Pirates roll a 4. Plus 0 is 4. That is a tie, which means the Pirates will win the game in extras by virtue of home field. San Francisco and the Padres. Giants 7.21. That is 2. Padres 9.16. That's 2. They go to extras. Let's see here. San Francisco rolls a 2 plus 0. Padres roll a 6 plus 0. And the Padres will get the victory. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. My Mets did win opening day, but that's been it. Tomorrow will be April 13th. We will be at the Mistake by the Lake, Cleveland Municipal Stadium, as the Texas Rangers will take on the Cleveland Indians. Charlie Huff will be going for the Rangers, and Len Barker will be going for the Indians. Our first look up at those two teams in the American League. So that'll be tomorrow night. Rangers and Indians, Huff and Barker. Be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. The Montreal Expos, yippee, yippee. They go ahead and beat the Dodgers 4-3 tonight. More exciting baseball coming your way, and that will be tomorrow night.